The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate. Save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Point after, right down the middle. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Now Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for Brissett.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Darnold. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he's going to let it go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
That catch good for only a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the third time. Carlton Davis picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball complete to Isabella. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 35, Jets 7. Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
McGinnis for the extra point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
31's the mic. Here we go.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
31's the mic. Watch the run. 31's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Again, Darnold. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Jets. First down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Darnold from the red zone now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And now look at him go. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the